Have you ever stopped and wondered, or maybe even hated yourself when you know what you have to do, you know why you have to do it, you almost know how to do it, and still you can't do it? It's not because you procrastinate or doubt yourself or you postpone or self-sabotage yourself. No, it's something deeper within you is asking, is confusing you. Is this something I meant to have or to be? It's a deeper voice which is confusing you. And here's where most people get lost. They learn a lot of tricks and good things about confidence and sabotage and how to stop procrastinating. But if you avoid to do that deeper work, which you're going to do today in the next 30, 40 minutes, afterwards you're going to say, wow, I wish I knew this before. Because you as an entrepreneur, you have that lifestyle, that high standard that requires more money. To make more money, you have to grow your business. To grow your business, you have to take action on what you already know. So if you don't want to postpone your dream, if you want to stop play this game with your inner voice, you want to get clarity on it and capitalize on it, you are in the right place. With that being said, let's roll. So in the first stage, we're going to do some identity work. We're going to go into your past a little bit, and we're going to go into the roots of your identity. In the second stage, I'm going to teach you a framework of 4C. That is conflict, confusion, clarity, and capitalization. So how to spot the conflict, how to go through the confusion, how to get the clarity, and how to execute on it. At the third stage, I'm going to teach you a 3R framework. Reinstall, realign, rebirth. That's why this video is very different than others, because this is going to transform your perception of how do you see yourself, how do you operate, so that you can reinstall a new operational system for yourself, so that you can start leading rather than just fighting these voices and trying to adjust everything which is not as perfect as you would like to be or to have. Because no one is perfect, but why do we want to be perfect when we can win focusing on what's they're already amazing and beautiful, focusing on our strengths rather than fighting all these little things? So let's jump on the first phase. The first phase is like this. So look, this is you. This is you and me. So we were kids, and sometimes we were good boys, sometimes we were bad boys. Sometimes we were doing something good, sometimes we were doing something not really good. Sometimes we were praised, sometimes we were punished. All right? Praise over validation. This is the name, and we're going to get right into it. Now, when we were praised, we were given something, or something was done to us, and there were some words told some words to us. When we were punished by the authority person who was over us, had authority over us, we were punished. Something was done to us. Maybe I know that that's your case. That was my case. My dad always took his time to do that. Plus some words. Now, those words, category number one, when we were praised and we were punished, that created an inner voice. And that inner voice became your voice and my voice. So that led to these two, or this split of these two voices. When I do some actions only for me, I might be praised or punished. And only if I do something only for you, for the authority person, I might be get punished or rewarded. So that created in ourselves a trait identity or a true identity. And we learn very well that if I only act on my true identity, what I want, what's pleasant for me, I want more caramels, I want to spend money and buy these things or some things for me, then sometimes I get more punished because I don't do things what others require of me to do. And if I do, somehow I can buy their sympathy. I can do something which I don't really like, but I know that in exchange I'm gonna get the praise, or I'm gonna get the validation. Oh, that's going to work. So at the beginning, we start to play with these two identities. And that's what forms our personality, mine and your personality. So we have sometimes things we want to do, and they are only for us. But from our early stage of our life, we learn that if we do only things for how we want, sometimes we get punished because that doesn't work. We are required to do some things. Now, some of us learn very well only the trait identity. That means when the authority was very different from what you wanted to do, from what was your taste of life and what you wanted to live your life, you had to learn very well the trait identity. So you'll learn to use words and how to fake sometimes your true, mine and true identity so that we can get something in return. So we were trading our wants for the validation or for the praise. For the praise, not only in words, but we were rewarded with something. All right. So we form these two mechanisms within ourselves. Now, what happens? Happens that later in life, when we start to do some things, we have that voice which is asking for ourselves, will I be punished or will I be rewarded? Write down this question for you. Because this is the question that stays there in our mammalian, in our crocodile brain. It's me. What am I gonna get out of this? So when we learn too much the trait identity only for others, we know how to play with others, but we do not fulfill our desires, what we want for ourselves. When we are extremely focused on only what I want to do, and I don't use the trait, what's other people's interest, what I can do for you, how to please that authority person, and then we have a different kind of personality, okay? So look, now when you are an adult and you're a big man, you're doing your things, you're building your business, look at this. When you find yourself, again, that you have to do something and you don't really want to do it, if you only see you and the task, if you only see this, as everybody else, you have this voice within. What's in there for me? So if you don't see the big picture, why should I do this task? You stop doing it. And your mammalian, your crocodile brain starts to tell you, hey, what's in there for you? So if there is nothing for you, you start to play with everything, procrastination, doubt, and everything else. You might even start to get angry on people, on yourself, and so on and so forth. Now, some people are very focused on, okay, let's go a little bit like this. Now, some people are very focused on the outcome. So this is the short-term pleasure. So I'm gonna do these because this is the outcome I'm gonna have. And they only focus on this. These are they play small. We all do sometimes in a certain stage in our life, and we have to outgrow that. Now, if we can see the whole big picture and ask yourself, hey, if I take this action, what's the outcome? What's the result? But not the short-term result. What's the impact that result is going to have on my revenue? Oh, now we have a bigger picture. Now it's a different kind of ROI. It's OIR, outcome, impact, revenue. So the first shift you want to make for yourself, I know you have those two voices. What I'm going to get out of this. But if what I'm going to get out of this is a bigger picture, a longer term, and if you can answer to yourself every single time when you have a task in front of yourself and you struggle to do it, and you maybe something would go even into the confusion like, oh, I'm procrastinating again, oh, again, I'm doubting. Maybe not. Maybe you just haven't spent enough time and energy to look, hey, what's the outcome out of this task if I do it? What's the impact of this result on my business or transformation if we talk about something personal? What is the impact that this shift, this result is going to have on my life? Oh, now the picture starts to get bigger. Now we're growing, we're maturing now minute by minute. And what is the revenue I'm going to have considering the impact, which I will get from the result? How does it feel? So now you can avoid a little bit come back. Okay. So now you can look at this. If you don't have the big picture, you'll always have this, feels like you're going to be punished every single time you have to take an action. You have to do a task. If you don't see the whole big picture for yourself, we'll go back to the trait identity very shortly. It feels like this task is punishing me again. Like I have to do something which I don't want to do. It's not my true identity. What's my interest in it? and you don't want to take action because it feels like that goal or that task, again, is an authority voice over you. That's why if you connect the outcome, impact, and the revenue, now it looks much better, okay? So when it feels like pleasing the voice, which is not mine, can't do it. Just can't do. Because we avoid seeing the whole big picture. So we can see the true identity through some trading moments. So I'm going to trade some pleasure for the result. Or maybe I can ask somebody to do it so that I can get to the impact. And then you, if you have 3 or 4 or 5 people in your business, then you're going to take it from the impact to the revenue. So you can put other people also into some stages, but you have to always have the big picture in your head. That is when we reinstall the self-leadership. Now, before we look to the self-leadership, look, when the true identity is too much praised, or you're focused too much on what's in for me, and less of the trade identity of how to work with your people in your business, how to focus more on your customers, how to focus more on your business rather than on your pleasure. These people which are extremely focused on the trade identity, they're pretty selfish, very often low social because they're very focused on themselves. A little bit greedy. We're all a little bit greedy from time to time. You have to be very careful. But on the other hand, the self-confidence seems higher in these individuals, which focus much more on the trade identity. They're a little bit more emotionally stable. Why? Because they don't really care. I don't care about what you think. I'm just focused on my thing. Is this a good thing? Depends. It depends on the context. Now, if you focus too much on the trading identity, then that results in you're too much people-pleasing. You're moody because your emotions are all over the place. Why? Because you sacrifice your trade identity. You don't see what's in there for you, and you want to come across as better than you are, and you're moody because your inner voice, your inner identity is telling you, hey, what's my interest? Then you start to get angry because you haven't focused on what you want, because you're too focused on the trading identity. You got the money, but you don't have the fulfillment. You've got the team, but you don't have the leadership. You don't have the respect, so on and so forth. On the other hand, if you focus too much on trade identity, you're generous and helpful. So you see, now you're asking yourself, I'm going to ask yourself, what's better, this or this? Wrong question. We all do have all of them. A little bit of selfishness, a little bit of low social, a little bit of high social. We are generous and helpful. And sometimes we also have to be people-pleasing. We put somebody's interest sometimes. Let's be very careful here. Everybody hates the term self-pleasing people. Please only yourself. We'll see where you get. So we have to combine. We have to lead, not just to manage and adjust and fight ourselves. We have to learn to lead these forces, these voices, these dynamics. All right. So we have to have the true identity and the trade identity within ourselves. We already do have it. So let's summarize here a little bit. So let's not say that, I'm not selfish, I don't do things for myself. No, you have to pay attention to that. What's in there for you so that you can use that fuel to go through all the stages of the work you're going through. But you also have to look at how's the impact on my team, on my business, on my customers. So you have to take in consideration also what's the trade identity, so that you can use the both fuels so that you can move forward without going into some extremes that, I'm not so bad, or, oh my God, I'm not so good. We are a little bit like this, a little bit like that. And that's part of us. Now, look. What's in for me? Sometimes you feel guilty or you feel a little bit ashamed when you do some things. If you are an individual which focuses too much on others and you don't learn how to do things for yourself, you're going to become resentful and a little bit of ashamed that you haven't done enough for others, because in the early stage of your life, you were so much validated or praised or punished for certain things. Now it became your identity. So you have to reestablish your leadership. So ask yourself, when you feel guilty for not doing something or for doing too much, or you feel ashamed for doing not enough or for doing too much of one thing but not enough for you or not enough for others, who's these voices? When was I told that voice, hey, you should feel guilty because you're not taking care of this or the other thing, or shame on you because of this or because of that? Well, those are not your voices. Those are the voices through the words they used when they were educating yourself or forming yourself. Remember, the words, some actions and some words, those words became now two voices. They're not yours. So what you had to do, see the big picture, the bigger picture, that OIR, outcome, impact, reward. So look at those three stages. So you can connect doing something for others and for yourself, and seeing that these tasks, when you struggle and you feel angry and you start to doubt the whole damn thing. Wait a second, have I paid enough attention to see where this comes from? Whose voice is speaking and talking? Is this my voice? So if you struggle with taking this agency and authority over your decisions, over your desires, and combine these two together so that you can move forward without spending years and months doubting and thinking that you have to adjust so many things within yourself, Allow Yourself to Rise is the program you want to look in the description below. You have two options there. If you want to understand more about yourself, then you have one option, 12 modules. There are pre-recorded materials there and 6 mentorship sessions, me and you. And there you go through everything and you learn and you understand much deeper. If you don't have much time and you just want to readjust the players in your self-leadership at the foundation of the core of your identity, then you go with the other option with the VIP, not with the premium. You go with the VIP. It's only 12 sessions, me and you, and we go straight to the point, straight where you struggle. We readjust the foundation, we realign so that you can restart your life leading yourself without fighting and trying only to manage and spending so much time trying to fix everything, postponing your dream, thinking that you have to be perfect, you have to have everything before you can deserve that dream, because you can have it now if you allow yourself to rise. The second stage. Let's jump on the second stage. Maybe you have a question, write it in the comment below. Maybe you have a question. Maybe you want to know something more. If you're taking value from this material, subscribe to this channel. So this is going to empower you, to help you to move forward, to run and to fly towards that destination. Subscribe, like this video, and share it with some. Maybe have friends which are starting their business. They're trying to grow their business. Maybe they already have a business, but they struggle so much to trust themselves and to be all right with themselves without fighting. Every detail and every little problem becomes or seems to be the end of the world. So the second one, of course, new is scary, different is scary, change is scary. So every single time you start to take the agency over your decisions, it feels like, is this going to work or not? Yeah, because new is scary. This is normal. The emotions which are coming out, they try to cloud your vision and they try to interfere with your thinking. That's what we're going to do now in the second stage of this framework. Look, the framework I want you to know very well, because this changed my life and changed the life of so many others which are very happy moving forward now, leading themselves, not fighting their emotions, not trying to adjust everything, but by using the emotions to do a deeper work. And once you do that inner work, you are flying. Everything becomes so much easier. You start to think clearly, you start to see faster, you start to make better decisions. You take them much faster because you don't play with all these little voices. You don't get stuck into the confusion. So let's look now on the board. So C, conflict, confusion, clarity, and capitalization. Look at the emotion. Every single time when you have an emotion, you have to understand that the emotion is a daughter of a belief and a thought. What does it mean? The emotion is there. For example, you're crossing the road and somebody didn't stop fast enough before they saw you, and you get angry. You get angry at that moment. Why? Because the belief is that everybody which is driving an expensive car, they're jerks. That's the belief. And you have the thought. What's the thought? Some information which comes through your 5 senses. you put that thought, which you're thinking, you're seeing the car, you're seeing that's green for you, and you have to walk and cross the road. You have the belief and you have the thought. These two always create an emotion. So a wise individual, what does a wise individual do? A wise individual looks at the emotion and figures out what's the belief, what do I think is right or wrong that is operating there. What do I think upon that belief that makes me, as a result, to experience this emotion? So while you're thinking now about a moment during today or yesterday, think about the moment when you've been through a strong emotion. Think about it. And we're going to drink some water. You drink Voss, Moss, Fiji Miji, but have you tried the Fuji water from the Italian mountains? This is amazing. Come on. Zoom. It is there. Good. That's amazing water. Now a great emotion is coming on. Why? Because I believe that the mountain water is the best. And I think that I'm drinking the best water in the world. So that's why the emotion is high. Is that true or not? The emotions are not true. They are ours, but they are not us. So the conflict is between a thought and a belief. We'll take another example very shortly. So there is a belief and there is a thought. The conflict is between them. The belief is, I want to build a multi-millionaire company. That's my belief. I believe this. All right. So you want to build a strong brand and you want to build a business and you have a dream about what you believe it's right, you deserve. But the thought is telling you, wow, but it took only two years to develop one skill or something else. This is the thought. The thought says, oh my God, it's too late, because the thought comes through five senses, looks at the calendar and your watch and says like, wow, that's a long time. So when there is a conflict between the belief and the thought, they're not aligned, you've got a conflict. They are in conflict. Now, if you don't spot what's the belief, what do I think is right or wrong, and what am I thinking about, and they fight, what you've got is only the emotion. Now, most of people get lost here and they try to adjust the emotion. They try to suppress the emotion. They try to meditate on it, to eat chocolate on it, to drink on it, to do other pleasant things so that they can suppress that emotion. But you don't do the transformation. So you haven't spotted the conflict between the belief and the thought. You haven't adjusted. You haven't spotted them. That emotion comes again and again and again in different situations, in different contexts. Somebody's late at work. Boom. The emotion. What's the belief? Nobody has the right to be late. Boom. That's a belief. The thought is, hey, it's 7:05. You're late. That's the thought. They are in conflict. So with the reality, and the person just came through the door at 7:05. Oh, you're late. So you have the belief and the thought, they're fighting. Boom, the emotion is anger. Your whole damn day is, your whole blessed day now is not blessed anymore. Why? Because you have this conflict. So you have to spot, what do I believe and what am I thinking? Use this triangle to spot the conflict. You spot the conflict, now you're confused. Should I change the belief or should I change the thought? So if it took so much time to work on a skill or another, should I change the belief? Maybe I can't build a multi-millionaire company, or maybe I'm not so good, maybe I'm not so smart, maybe I believe they can, but actually I should stop believing that. So you're confused. Should I change my belief according to the thought, or should I change the thought according to the belief? I know it's a little bit complicated. If you need some help, in the description below, there is a link for a free session. We can jump on Mindset Business Audit so that we can go through it together. And it's free. Right now, you can go and click, book your call. We can jump on it as soon as possible. So, if you can train this muscle of spotting your beliefs and your thoughts, you're going to adjust the beliefs and the thoughts so that you don't go through that emotional turmoil, which is holding you back and is pushing that energy which you create from the emotional turmoil. You direct it into procrastination, into doubt, and so many other things. So rather than using these emotions and jumping on so many useless things, look deep within yourself. It's not so deep at the end. and see what am I believing and what am I thinking. Bam! And you adjust the belief or the thought. If the belief is I'm going to be a multi-million company in the next year, that's a belief. Well, probably that's got to change a little bit. Why? Because you have the thoughts from an analysis, from the statistics from the past 3 or 4 years. Now, I know I can change some beliefs, I can change some thoughts and learn some skills and let others to help me. But I gotta adjust a little bit my belief, because I just thought I was the optimist, the romantic, which I thought I'm gonna build a multi-million company in a year, but that's gotta change a little bit, maybe in 3 years, maybe in 2 years. So once you adjust the belief with the thought, everything goes so much easier. Once you've spot the conflict between the thought and belief, and you've got the confusion, allow yourself enough time to go through this confusion. Don't run away from it, because if you run away from it, you jump on the emotion. You jump on the emotion again, you're lost. You don't want that for you. So give yourself time to go through this confusion. Hey, let me reflect a little bit, few days on where have I built this belief from? Why am I thinking in this way or another? Give yourself time to go through the confusion. Nothing else I can say on top of this, because this is the only way which will allow you to transform yourself, so that you can truly know yourself, so that you can be firm on your vision but flexible on your mission and strategy. Once you've got through to that confusion and you made the decision and you've got to the third C, which is clarity, execute on it. Do not jump again on, but maybe. No. You spot the conflict between the thought and the belief. Good. Adjust it. Allow yourself enough time, because this might be the confusion factor. This might be the confusion factor. Give yourself enough time. Set a specific amount of time. You've got the clarity. Execute it. Don't go backward again. Don't go into the emotions, because the emotions are not you. The emotions are yours, and your emotions are going to work against you, rather than you capitalizing on that emotional reaction of having the clarity and executing upon your decision. So this is the framework for the second stage. C. Conflict, confusion, clarity, capitalization. Boom. Execute on it. Now, let's move in the third stage. A very quick tip for you right here. We got it. Tip number 1. If you're too focused only on yourself, do something for yourself and others without reward, so that you can shut down that shame and guilt, because they're playing, one is higher, the other one is higher. So if you're too much focused on yourself and you feel ashamed that you feel guilty for not being doing enough for others, train that muscle. Do something small for yourself and for others without a reward. Just do something good. Train that muscle, so that you can detach from those voices, so that you can start making clear, powerful decisions from your self-leadership, not from playing games. Tip number 2, start asking for a fair price. If you focus too much on others, only pleasing others, and only the trading identity, and not enough for your true identity, start asking for a fair price according to the cost, not only for you and others, but your cost is not the value. What does that mean? When you've got something valuable which you do for others, don't look at the cost of what it costs you. Look at the value this is going to be provide for others, because it might be costing you not a lot, because you've worked on it. It's something that you are gifted with, and also you worked on it. So for you, it's natural, it's simple, it's easy. Don't price your value according to what this cost you. Price it according to the value you're going to bring in other people's business or life. So be fair here. Don't look, I can't ask for so much. It comes so easy for me. No, I can't. So then you start to feel ashamed of I can't ask for so much. Why? Because I can do it so easy. You have to adjust this thing. Not the cost, what's the value you provide to others. Train these 2 muscles, and your life is going to be different. You're going to become a whole new person, because your personality is fluid. It's not something fixed. I'm like this, I'm like that. No, according to your beliefs, that's what forms your personality. And the sum of all the beliefs you've got and built in your life, that's your identity and my identity. I believe this, I believe this, I believe this, I believe that, and the people are like that, and business like this, riches are like that, and poor people are like this, and white people like this, and so on and so forth. So all these crazy beliefs, some of them are good, some of them are based on conclusions, they're good, some of them are just opinions because they were installed in you from somewhere. Pull them all together, that's the perception of the identity you've got. Change your belief, you change your identity. Change your identity, change the way you act. Change the way you act, you get different results, your future changes. Now you live a new life. Third stage, RRR. Now, once you've learned how to spot the conflict between the belief and the thought, what to do now? So we have to reinstall something new, and we have to realign it to make sure it's something functional, it's aligned with my identity, it's aligned with my future. And there's where the rebirth comes from. So, look, you've got your past blind spot, okay? Something's from the past here. I've done this, I've done mistakes, I believe that this works this way, I believe that, okay? We all go through and we all accumulate things, beliefs and thoughts about ourselves. All right, good. Is that you? Absolutely not. There are some conclusions which might serve you in the future. Doesn't mean that is you. Exceptions, some things, like I know I'm great, I know I'm gifted, I know I deserve. That's a beautiful belief, never should change. Now, in the process, there is a process. Whatever you do in the process should be aligned in this way. Life is not, the growth in life doesn't come from fighting against my mistakes. Because we in the process, when we become a little bit wiser, here's where people get lost. They start to fight themselves, their old version of themselves. I've done these mistakes. I've never been good at this. I've never been good at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, stop a little bit. Stop fighting your gifts. Stop fighting your mistakes. Capitalize on them. Allow those voices to allow you to change and rise and start living the life you're meant to live. So in the process, whatever the process is, which we're going to look right in a few minutes, it should be that growth in life comes from aiming higher and leveraging the past wisdom from the past. So the process has to have this aim, should have this kind of mentality. It should be like this way. I'm going to use what happened here so that I can become something which I'm already, but I have to become it. Don't doubt the seed or the environment. What kind of tree I want to be and become. Just because the seed was not in the right environment doesn't mean now that the lemon tree is not going to become a lemon tree, it's going to become an apple tree just because he used to live between many apples trees. Okay? Don't doubt the environment. Don't doubt the voices which are just around you telling you this is real, that's real. Don't doubt the seed. Don't doubt the gifts you've got within. Don't blame yourself. Don't go in shame and guilt. The past is to teach you to show the way in the future. And in the process, which is the present, is deciding every moment, am I aligned with that future which I know I deserve and want and dream of? So that it starts becoming into the now. So the future starts to be reflected into the decisions of the moment of now. Don't doubt your greatness. And I would say, okay, perfect, sounds amazing, like a motivational thing. But how do I technically do it? Well, how specifically in all the details is going to take some time. But I'm going to show you why you have to do it. And I'm going to show you why do you have to do it right now before you spend another month, another hour, another week, another year doubting yourself and losing yourself into the confusions and your weaknesses and mistakes and all those voices which are telling you, oh, shame on you. You have to be guilty like this or like that. Okay, good. So look, start from the above. Top down. What's that crazy dream? Write it down. You got to be very specific and clear and bold and crazy to define it. Now, you're taking notes. I see you're taking notes. Amazing. What are the actions required for that crazy dream? There are going to be required some actions. Don't allow yourself, don't lie to yourself saying, I know the dream, but I don't know what the actions are required in order to get there. No, you know perfectly what are the actions required to be taken to get that outcome. You might have a crazy relationship with those ideas about those actions and not seeing yourself already ready to take that action. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. Most of the times it is not. Because you can start aligning from where you are now from that vision that you have for yourself. So you know what are the actions required in order to get that dream, that outcome. Now you know that you'll need some sub skills which are going to connect your main skill. You're good at something, you've got a gift. Even if you haven't worked it well, even if it's not something that like you're really, really good at it already, you know that one superpower which comes to you so easy and you're so pleasantly engaging doing it. And also, you know, you're gifted doing it. You know it. You know it. But that's not enough. You've got to build some sub skills for that main skill. So if your main skill is, for example, communication, then you've got to build some sub skills, some marketing. If you want to help, for example, depends on what's your dream here out there. Do you want to help business owners? Do you want to have your business or not? So if you want to grow your business, do you want to lead people? Do you want to manage people? Or do you want to be by yourself in your business and just have a small team with you? So according to that, what are the actions? What are the sub skills which are going to leverage this main skill? Because if you're good at communication and you add leadership here, boom, you've got the context. What are the actions? What's the dream? So make sure first that the dream is clear so that you can start to focus on the right sub skills, which are going to leverage. This is a very big topic and we're squeezing now in a few minutes. The next one is your main skill, your main superpower, which comes natural to you, which you really like to do it and you'd like to do it for your whole time. And you're, as somebody said, and you're amazed that people would pay for it. I was like, wow, really? That's amazing. I would like to. Good. Connected with the crazy dream. Now, your belief is going to tell you, I don't believe I can do it. All right. What's the belief needed in order to start focusing on that main skill? I got to believe it. Now, you might say, but I don't believe it. Yes, because at the identity, at the foundation, some voices from the past are leading your life. Rather than you taking agency and control and the leadership position over your life and your thinking and acting and executing and the vision, you're not leading it. You are into fighting it and adjusting it and fighting that old voice. And you just want to win over that voice. That voice never goes away. So good luck spending your life fighting a voice which is not true, doesn't exist in the nature. If you remember it, we remember it, doesn't mean it is real. So if the identity at the core, you don't see yourself as one which deserves that dream, the fight is going to be a long life fight. Do you want to win or do you want to be right? Because you got to learn how to win and figure out how to do it in the right way. So the identity is the bottom line. Do I believe I can? Do I believe I deserve it? Do I see myself as one as who can have it or become it or not? If this is struggling here because too much past is telling you too many voices and too many things which are not true about yourself, then you're just fighting. So I'm going to invite you again in the description below. There is Allow Yourself to Rise program is meant exactly for you, for entrepreneurs who are done with the hassle. They're done with fighting themselves. They're done spending hours, weeks, and months trying to figure out so many things which we don't always have to figure them out. We have to learn where they come from, spot what is there that's it's bringing me all these bad voices and it's bringing me all this lack of belief, which is telling me that I'm this and I'm not that. Okay, this is where it comes from. Boom, you go there, you cure it, you solve it, you adjust it. Boom, now the whole thing, now you can build on it so that you can see what's the main skill, what's the sub skill, how to organize, how to manage, how to lead, so that you are always aligned. You're not all over the place, like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to focus on this, I have to focus on that skill. Should we? Do we really? What's the dream? Do you want to win or do you want to be right in everything? So That's what the 3R framework is. The framework is reinstall a new belief in your identity, realign with your dream, belief, skill, sub-skill. Then you move forward to the outcome, to the dream that you want to have. Through the action, which is absolutely building the bridge between your skills, sub-skills, and the crazy dream. The destiny, not a crazy dream. You are before you become. You become more to be more of who you already are. Allow yourself to rise. Allow yourself to be of who you already are. Not through fighting the voices which are telling you that you don't deserve it or you can have it, but through aligning a new belief, my superpower, sub-skills, what are the actions required, where they want to get. You align them, you clear the foundation, you readjust it through the program, allow yourself to rise. That's what we do. You can jump on a free call right now and have a conversation. We can go through, we can have a mindset business audit within yourself. Boom, you solved it, you've done, you've got clear what you have to focus on. So don't procrastinate, you don't doubt, and you don't start to fix a one thing which is deeper within you through fighting all the consequences. So rather than curing the symptom, you go right at the core. You write a self-declaration. That becomes your constitution upon which you are going to build your empire. Subscribe to this channel. You've got the value. Now you've got also some answers, some questions to be answered. Subscribe to this channel. Share it with someone which is in need, required, and wants to grow to make a great thing. Help them, help yourself. Let's help each other. Support this channel, like it, and jump on that call right now in the description below. Allow yourself to rise. With that being said, I thank you for your attention, and we'll see each other in the next one. Keep winning. Take care. Bye-bye.